All right, guys, it is no longer in news that Abuja and the Bola Ahmed Tinubu has destroyed democracy in Nigeria. I don't know what Nigerians are expecting from a man who said that power are now served in Lakadesta. It's not served in restaurant. You grab it, you run with it, you take power by force. I don't really know what Nigerians are expecting from such a man. But now I want to show you a video of where Peter Obi has condemned what the Senate did. But before I do that, let me show you these videos of what really happened in Abuja today, starting with Senator Ndume and to protestants in Abuja saying enough is enough. No electoral reform, no election 2027. Watch the video, guys.
Mr. President, the chairman of the committee is here. You have to put the chairman of the committee because he has for the harmonization, the conference committee. The committee on electoral matters. You have a chairman who represented us in doing this thing, and then you exclude him from the harmonization. What kind of harmonization are you going to do? No, we are telling you about experience. That is how there is a legislative procedure. That is the procedure. Yes, you can have the person who did this work is here, and when you want to go and harmonize, how can you harmonize without the person that did the work?
Okay, distinguished colleagues, Senator Ningi. Senator Ningi, don't go far now, because you just made a point that the chairman. Okay. You know how I wish there was any reason. How I wish there was any reason to shout. Distinguished colleagues, if there was any need to shout, Senator Asukwa, will you give us the opportunity to finish? I see we are discussing about Senator Lalong, and you are going for consultation. Senator Lalong, you are hereby included in this committee because.
Chairman Judiciary.
Mr. Senate President, I take exception. I'm withdrawing from the committee. Don't talk to me like that. What are you people introducing?
Chairman Judiciary Committee.
Let me withdraw. I beg to withdraw. I'm withdrawing from the committee. I'm withdrawing from the committee.
As what?
As chairman.
Blocking the way of citizens who are doing nothing other than fighting for every one of us, so that your child, I see the policeman in the car. Yes, you're looking at me. But guess what? When you go home today and your son or your daughter says to you, why did you stop those who are fighting for us? Sir, what will you say to your child? Yes. Your allegiance. And I heard someone say that they were given command. The only command you have is that of the Constitution. Your allegiance is to Nigeria and Nigerians and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to remind every one of you that when terrorists come after you and they kill you, we stand and we make demands. I've seen a lot of men of the force.
Let's begin what's trending with the controversy that has erupted at the National Assembly after opposition senators accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio of misrepresenting the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2026 that was passed on Tuesday. The senators, led by Senator Eyinaya Abaribe, held a press briefing on Wednesday claiming that the version of the bill announced as passed did not reflect what was actually approved during plenary.
to put the records straight. Yesterday, the Senate did not, I repeat, did not pass transfer of results, which was in the 2022 Act. What we passed, and which the Senate President himself, when he was doing a clarification sitting on his chair, is transmission of results. Transmit, not transfer. What is in 2022 is transfer. And we don't want a law that is vague. We don't want a law that will be misinterpreted by anybody. We want a law that is clear, concise, and can be interpreted by all, and that is unambiguous. So it is electronic transmission of results. Yes, thank you.
All right, clearly spelled out. Transmission, not transfer. Well, on Wednesday, Senate President Godswill Akpabio tried to clarify the Senate's decision, saying that the Senate did not reject electronic transmission of results, but retained its provisions in the current Electoral Act. Let's take a look.
But the social media already is awash with the fact that the Senate has rejected electronic transmission. That is not true. That is not true. Electronic transmission had always been in our Act. And what we did was to retain the electronic transmission, which had been in our Act and which was used in 2022. Let me just mention the fact that there was no deliberate attempt on the part of the Nigerian Senate to delay the amendment of the Electoral Act. Our intention had always been to ensure that we do our best and we do it painstakingly.
All right. What Nigerians are asking is not to retain the Electoral Act 2022, but to amend it to make electronic transmission of results mandatory. We want results to be uploaded in real time onto the IRF portal from polling units. Currently, Section 63 of the Electoral Act does not mandate the electronic transmission of results. It gives INEC the discretion to determine the method of transfer of results. Nigerians want that section amended. And I'll take Peter Obi's post. In a lengthy tweet he wrote in part, the Senate's blatant rejection of mandatory electronic transmission of results is an unforgivable act of electoral manipulation ahead of 2027. This failure to pass a clear safeguard is nothing short of a deliberate assault on Nigeria's democracy. By rejecting these essential transparency measures, they are eroding the very foundation of credible elections. The turmoil, disputes, and manipulations that plagued past elections, especially the 2023 general election, stemmed directly from the refusal to fully implement electronic transmission. Nigerians were fed excuses of a fabricated glitch that never existed, while numerous African nations adopt electronic transmission to bolster democracy. Nigeria, the supposed giant of Africa, shamelessly lags behind, dragging the continent backwards. By rejecting mandatory electronic transmission, a critical safeguard for electoral integrity, we are entrenching disorder aimed at perpetuating confusion according to the whims of a small clique. Have we not reached a point where we must think seriously about the future of our country and our children? When the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, aware of our history, labeled us fantastically corrupt, we reacted defensively. When President Donald Trump declared us a now disgraced nation, we were incensed, yet with every act of resistance against transparency and reform, we continue to affirm their claims. Those responsible will later point fingers at others for harming the country while they quietly suffocate its potential. Let there be no illusion. The criminality witnessed in 2023 will not be tolerated in 2027. Nigerians everywhere must start getting ready to rise up, resist, and reject the backward trajectory, legitimately and decisively reclaim our country from the clutches of deliberate malevolence. I mean, that was, a detailed tweet. Again, electronic transmission of results is critical to preventing the kind of collation center manipulation that has plagued Nigerian elections. The fact that opposition senators from PDP, LP, and even one APC member are united on this issue shows how fundamental this provision is. Nigerians deserve a credible election.